China has become the undisputed leader in the global economic race, advancing through its revolutionary megaprojects. The country is creatively building a future shaped by ambitious initiatives, each aimed at achieving a great leap forward. From massive infrastructure projects to technological marvels, China is striving to secure a unique place in the world. But what lies behind these dazzling projects? Like a masterfully assembled puzzle, China is creating a network of global influence, seeking to establish new trade routes and urban models that could transform the economic landscape of our era. Doesn't the sheer scale of these projects challenge the limits of imagination? As we continue to delve into the details, it becomes clear that each such step is not just about ambition, but also a test of endurance. It's intriguing to consider how these mega projects will intertwine with the international stage and what hidden consequences they might have for the global economy. Let's take a closer look and figure out how each of these projects could either elevate China to new heights or create unprecedented risks. We are diving into an exciting journey along a historic route that is literally being transformed before our eyes. Silk Road 2.0 is not just a revival of an ancient trade route, but a grand project designed to rewrite the rules of global trade. This economic train includes the construction of railways and highways, ports, and infrastructure connecting China with more than 60 countries. This ambitious initiative allows China not only to expand its economic horizons, but also to strengthen its influence on the international stage. Nevertheless, the reflection of this grand idea is ambiguous. Behind every project lie deep political and economic calculations. The Silk Road 2.0 promises huge profits and development for all participants, but it also carries potential risks from debt traps to political tensions in the regions. Against this intriguing backdrop, how exactly does the Silk Road 2.0 plan to transform China's relations with the world, and are international partners ready for such a powerful wave of change? Yes, there is much to be amazed by, but if we look deeper, we will discover other ambitions that are already shaping the future. Imagine a city where every corner is equipped with cutting-edge technology, providing residents with unprecedented convenience and security. China is actively bringing this vision to life through its smart cities. These metropolises are not just a beautiful dream of the future, they are becoming a reality, where artificial intelligence, the Internet of Things, and high-speed networks are integrated into everyday life. In these remarkable cities, traffic lights automatically adapt to the flow of vehicles, public utilities are managed remotely, and air quality is continuously monitored to protect residents' health. However, such large-scale implementation of technology raises many questions and concerns. How is the security of personal data ensured in a world where every detail of our lives allows for processes to be analyzed and controlled more efficiently than ever before? Will China, with its smart cities, be able to cope with the challenges that such innovations bring? All of this adds an extra element of tension to the project and sets new objectives. At the same time, such rapid progress in urban development opens the door to unexpected challenges and opportunities. The next step on this path may be even more impressive than we can imagine. But what exactly lies ahead? You have surely heard about this amazing engineering marvel, the giant Three Gorges Dam. This colossal project spans the mighty Yangtze River, and its scale is truly mind-boggling. With the relentless power of its water flows, the dam generates over 20,000 megawatts of electricity, serving as a key link in meeting China's energy needs. The Three Gorges Dam is not only a manifestation of the country's ambitions, but also a symbol of modern engineering. It affects millions of people, supplying vast regions with electricity, fostering industrial development, and improving quality of life. However, its construction and operation have sparked serious debates and concerns impacting the environment and local communities. The flooded areas and the relocation of residents have created ecological and social dilemmas that remain relevant to this day. Modern disaster management methods such as flood prevention are also an integral part of this project, adding to its significance. But we shouldn't let our guard down. Amid the wave of excitement over technological progress, we move on to explore the next, no less grand initiative that will leave its mark on history. Speed, a word that resonates in the hearts of millions, finds its reflection in the rapid development of high-speed railways in China. This railway network, stretching across thousands of miles, is one of the most impressive in the world. It crosses mountains and plains, connecting major cities with remote areas, and offers a completely new reality for travel. A journey between Beijing and Shanghai now takes only 5 hours, radically changing the concept of distance and bringing regions closer together. This transportation revolution brings not only convenience to citizens, but also significant shifts in the economy. High-speed railways give a boost to the development of new business centers, attract investment, and help pull regions out of economic decline. The strengthening of logistics and trade turnover leads to the consolidation of the domestic market. However, like other megaprojects, this initiative is a double-edged sword. The enormous investments and maintenance costs for the infrastructure can become a serious financial burden. How will China handle this challenge, maintaining a balance between economic growth and sustainable development? This is a question that remains open, especially considering that even more ambitious plans from China lie ahead, which could potentially change the very fabric of our world. China, firmly committed to an environmentally sustainable future, is actively advancing its green initiatives. Perhaps there is no area more critical to global sustainability than energy. By turning to renewable sources such as solar and wind energy, China is demonstrating its commitment to reducing its carbon footprint. Leading enterprises and government agencies are quite literally building the future on sun and wind, creating massive solar parks and numerous wind farms that have become symbols of this movement. This transitional energy renewal not only responds to the challenges of pollution, but also opens up economic opportunities, fostering employment and innovation. China is boldly taking the lead on this path, increasing its global competitiveness through green technologies. However, even on such a promising stage, there are bound to be pitfalls. The country faces the need for significant investment and the reassessment of its existing energy structure. How will these efforts affect China's economy in the coming decades, and will the country be able to maintain a balance between its ambitions and the demands of global environmental sustainability? Things are not so clear-cut, and ahead lies an equally fascinating stage in China's development, one that promises to open up new horizons. The space race has entered a new era, and China is rapidly taking a leading position in this ambitious competition. Among their assets is a large-scale program being developed for the exploration of near space. Moreover, conquering space is no longer just a trend, but a pressing necessity. Satellites, whose launches provide stable communication and Earth monitoring, are already demonstrating China's power on the world stage. But this is only the beginning. Preparations for lunar missions, plans to build its own space station, and Mars exploration are becoming part of everyday reality. China is investing in a future that could give it a strategic advantage. With every new rocket soaring into the sky, the country strengthens its scientific and technological standing, shaping a new vision of the world order. These ambitious steps certainly inspire both admiration and a wave of questions. What geopolitical and economic impacts will they have? What opportunities and challenges lie beyond the stars for China? This development certainly does not come without consequences, and intriguing prospects follow each new achievement. Are we ready to face the changes that are opening up on the distant horizons? China's megacities are growing at a breathtaking pace, transforming once small towns into giant urban centers. This process of urbanization is certainly impressive, but it does not come without its difficulties. With each passing day, the population of megacities increases, creating a need for efficient infrastructure and services. Tall skyscrapers reach for the sky, housing density rises, and transportation networks become concentrated hubs of accessibility. However, behind all these achievements lies a multitude of social and environmental challenges. Megacities face problems such as air pollution, water shortages, traffic congestion, and rising living costs. By exacerbating inequality among different segments of society, such population concentration demands careful planning and innovative solutions. China is trying to balance economic progress with addressing the challenges that accompany this rapid growth. How will everyday urban life evolve in such megacities? How will the rapid development of cities affect the cultural identity and social cohesion of their residents? These questions cannot leave anyone indifferent, just like China's next steps in its large-scale initiatives, which already seem fantastic to many. When a country undertakes large-scale projects, the grandeur of the vision can overshadow the potential dangers lurking behind the curve of euphoria. The long-term economic risks associated with China's mega-projects have become the focus of close expert attention. The high costs of implementing and maintaining them could bring the country dangerously close to a debt abyss. Some projects require such significant investments that the question arises, will they deliver the promised returns and development, or will they leave behind a burden that outweighs all the benefits? The drive to modernize the country sometimes leads to unjustified risks, especially when the situation calls for taking external factors into account. For example, global market fluctuations and changes in international trade policy can play a cruel trick on calculations made in the name of ambitious breakthroughs. It is also important to consider the issue of oversaturation, when more resources are allocated to the same needs than they can reasonably justify. How will future benefits be able to offset such risks? And what will be done to prevent these projects from turning into financial traps? Answers to these questions are important, given that Chinese initiatives have already begun to impact the global economy, which we will explore further. So, how do China's mega projects fit into global economic relations? And what awaits us beyond the horizon? When massive mega projects reshape China's economic landscape, their impact easily extends beyond national borders, transforming international relations both economically and politically. International partners and competitors are closely watching China's every move, trying to understand what changes it will bring to the global system. China's contribution to the global economy continues to grow steadily, from technological transactions to strengthening trade flows through the Silk Road 2.0. Chinese investments are opening up new economic horizons, creating opportunities for countries in need of infrastructure development. These connections, however, are subject to complex political nuances which can both generate multi-million-dollar profits and become a source of tension affecting the global balance of power. The shift in economic centers of influence leads to geopolitical transformations that affect relations with the major players on the world stage. However, on the path to new heights, China and its partners face questions concerning global dynamics. Will such growth become a catalyst for a global economic boom or the beginning of a redistribution of power? The challenges of the current era can unexpectedly redraw the map of the world stage, leaving open questions about how such transformations will affect the future of our planet and whether they will reveal new opportunities or create insurmountable barriers to further development.